So yesterday we have already uh, talked about modifiers. So what are the modifiers? Actually, there are basic data types. Fine, and these data types are what are these data types? So these are character, integer, float, and double, and void. Void is no type, but it is also considered a no type is also a type. Okay, so the basic available in C are character, integer, and float. Character, integer, float, double, and void. Okay, so these are the simple data type, means these are the simple data type you can declare anywhere. But sometimes you need to use unsigned or signed keyword, or long or short keyword. If you are interested to go for very small data type, and if you are interested to save the memory space, then you use long or short modifier. While signed and unsigned modifier, by default, any of these declaration, character is unsigned by default, integer, float, double, these are signed. Okay, these all are signed by default. But if you want to check whether they are if you want to declare exclusively because you don't know what is the behavior of compiler, then you use these keywords. Okay, all of these can be applied to character and integer data types, and the long modifier can also be applied to double. Okay, so double, long, double, both. So what do you mean by modifier then? So suppose you have declared a variable like integer, or let us say float. Okay, if you want unsigned float, means if you are only interested in positive number, then you declare it as unsigned float. Okay, so all the numbers which are greater than 0.0, it is coming under greater than or equals to, it is coming under unsigned float. Otherwise, all remaining numbers or the complete set of numbers is coming under float. Okay, so this is one thing, modifiers. So what are the modifier? If question may ask that what are the modifier? So modifiers are signed, because it changed the sign, and unsigned. So these are used for changing the signs. Okay, changing the sign type. And if you want to change the space, to change space, long and short modifiers are there. So we will see the example of all this. Okay, so let us see, if suppose any compiler here, I am talking about 16-bit compiler, I am not talking about any other compiler. So let us don't follow the red script, just follow the black script. Okay, so here in black, what is written? It is 8 for what?
Unsigned short integer.
8-bit is for character, unsigned, and signed. It means that whenever you are putting sign or unsigned, there is no difference in size, but only difference in the number of means the range. Okay, if you are using character, by default it says that it is unsigned, and the range is from -128 to +127. While if you use unsigned character, then it is 0 to 255. If you are using signed character, then it is -128 to 127. How? This will only be understandable when I finish my lecture on signed and unsigned binary number. Okay, then come to integer. Integer is of 16-bit size, and unsigned integer and signed integer, all these are of 16-bit size. Similarly, short integer, don't follow this thing, just follow this. Okay, and unsigned short integer is of size 8-bit, 8-bit, and 8-bit. Signed short, unsigned short. So here, this particular declaration uses two modifier, unsigned and short. We can use both the modifiers simultaneously. Okay. Similarly, long integer, signed long integer, unsigned long integer, all are having same size. It means 32-bit, 32-bit, and 32-bit. For float also, this is 32-bit, double is 64-bit, and long double is 128-bit. Okay, so these are the sizes of different data types. So depending on size, see, a number of spaces are there. How many number of spaces are there? You can calculate the total maximum possibility of number. Okay, so this you can done after binary means decimal to binary calculation. But remaining other portion, like if you want to do something else, means if you are interested to find the characters, what is the size of character, then it is also after this type conversion. Then come to identifier names. So what are the different identifier? How do you put the identifier name? So identifier must be any of the means first character. In this particular case, first character must be any of the alphabet or underscore followed by any of the alphabet underscore or number. Okay. If you see this diagram says you are starting from this place and initially you pick any of these characters. So this is our restriction that we must pick either underscore. So let me write this is underscore. Okay, because why this is written? So this is underscore. Then followed by underscore A to Z or 0 to 9. Fine. So only these many letters are permitted. If we move after that or after this, suppose if you are going in right way and after that, okay, there is no problem. After that means if you are using comma, exclamation, dot or any symbol with variable name or identifier, then it is not permissible. Okay, so this is given. Some erroneous identifier names are one ASTT, oh god, start and end. So this is not permitted. Okay, the number of characters in the variable name that are recognized different from compiler to compiler. So maybe 32-bit long you can use, maybe 16-bit long you can use, means maybe 16 character, 32 characters. So this is compiler to compiler. It is vary. Okay, an identifier cannot be same as C keyword. So I had already shown you that you cannot declare integer for or integer some other variable. Variables are name location. Okay, so these are the name location. Suppose this is the example given you. So it automatically creates one space in memory. Okay, and this also create an space. So because it is long, so long must have double size of integer. So long is there and this is long integer type. What is the name of this variable? So this is I. And similarly for J also, it is long integer and very big, bigger than this and double size of this integer. So here, if you want to declare data type, so don't put comma here. After this, you can put comma. So this is the declaration of variable. Like it is not correctly written, you must place underscore here because identifier name, sometimes its meaning is that integer, suppose you want to use identifier name as simple interest. Okay, simple interest. So this is wrong. This is wrong. Either you need to use both in joint way, means whenever you are writing a variable name, it must not contain any of the space. Okay, no space is permitted. Only special character is underscore and all the characters from all the alphabets and numbers. Okay, only this is the flex. So type of variables. There are different types of variables like local variable and global variable. So local variables are those that are declared inside a particular function. Okay, if a function is like main, so main is written void main or integer main is written. Integer main is written. Okay, integer main. Inside that, if you are writing integer a, b or C. These all are local variable. Okay, its scope is from this place to this place, not the life cycle. Fine. So this is local variable. Then come to formal parameters. So what is the formal parameter? Formal parameter, like if you want to write a program for summation of two number, okay, integer sum, and if you pass, because to add two number we need two number, so we can pass the parameters and write the definition like return a plus b. Okay, so this is a function which accepts two parameters. So these two parameters are known as formal parameters. Okay, now come to global variables. The slide may be up and down, I think. Global variables, if any variable declare outside this with keyword global integer a, then it is accessible throughout the program and throughout the life cycle of program. Okay, then come to input output in C. So input output can be taken via file or keyboard through monitor. Okay, so both the things are understandable as file. So in C there are no special keyword to perform input and output operation. These operations are carried out by using library function. So either you need to supply the file or you need to use your keyboard to enter the numbers. These operations are carried out by using library function, though technically C does not distinguish very much between console. Console means keyboard input output, and file input output. Both are conceptually different. File is a stored concept and keyboard is not a stored concept. All console input output function produce only text based output. One more thing, if you are using console, like if you want to search how many directories are there, just type a command dir, it will give you output in same way, and it is in textual manner. But sometimes if you are using Internet Explorer or File Explorer, then it will give you output in GUI. So however, most compilers include screen control and graphics function in their libraries. We are not using such kind of functions in this particular course. Okay, otherwise you can build a graphical user interface based program. These functions apply to that specific environment under which the compiler operates. So this is graphical user interface, and surely we are not going to use, because our main interest is to understand the logic behind the programming. Then come to input output C preprocessor directive. What is C preprocessor directive? So I had told whatever thing you return using hash is coming under preprocessor directive. So preprocessor directives are the instructions given to the compiler. They are not translated into machine language, but operated upon directly by the compiler before the compiling process begins. So automatically compiler checks this thing, and because this is pre-compiled header file, it is always beneficial to create the object file. Preprocessor directives begin with a hash, and preprocessor directives are often placed in beginning. Means whenever you are writing a main program, before this main program, you need to write a hash. So this is one example of preprocessor directive. Include header file, like include stdio.h, include conio.h, math.h, and string.h. Some of you might have idea about programming, so they use conio.h. Actually, this is a DOS based function, and it is used generally for getch function. Okay, this getch function is waiting for key press. Okay, so DOS is disk operating system. So this is actually with Turbo C. I think Turbo C is there, or Turbo C++. Inside that, if you run this program, you often use conio.h. If you are not using conio.h, then it will produce the output and immediately this output will be disappear from your screen. So to show the output, this will wait until one key is pressed. conio.h जो है हम DOS या Turbo C++ के साथ यूज करते हैं. जब हम इसको यूज करते हैं तो जैसे ही हम कोई भी प्रोग्राम लिखते हैं जिसमें हमने conio.h नहीं लिखा, टर्बो सी की बात कर रहा हूँ, तो ऑटोमेटिकली ये जो प्रोग्राम है आउटपुट आता है और तुरंत वहां से गायब हो जाता है. तो इस आउटपुट को देखने के लिए हम यूज करते हैं getch फंक्शन का. getch फंक्शन तब तक उस प्रोग्राम को होल्ड करके रखे रहता है जब तक कि हम कोई एंटर की या कोई और पर्टिकुलर की ना प्रेस कर दें. गॉट इट और नॉट? Reading and writing characters. Okay, reading and writing characters. So many WhatsApp messages are coming. Why? I don't know. So let me mute all the tabs.
So you were also going to show how to use code blocks.
How to use?
So you were going to show how to make a program from starting using code blocks.
With which?
Code blocks.
Code blocks. Okay, I'm using code blocks. Just finish. Because 6 slides are there and these are very small. And I think you know reading and writing characters can be read and written in C using these functions. So there are functions. Okay, getChar. getChar is a function reads a character from keyboard and wait for carriage written. Carriage written means this is the symbol of enter. So it is waiting for enter symbol. Then getche reads a character with echo. This E means echo, does not wait for carriage written, not defined by ANSI, but it is a common extension. getch reads a character without echo, does not wait for carriage written, and carriage written means whenever we are using getChar, it is always written the program by using enter key, and getche and getch will return the program by pressing any key. Okay, so let me write the difference. By any key, this will by any key. This will give you prompt that press enter, press any key to enter or exit from this program. So this prompted prompt with any key. For this, enter key is a must. Okay, then put char, write a character to the screen. Get reads a string from keyboard because we have not yet started a string, so that is there is no reason to use this. And these functions are dangerous because whenever you declare, it is unable to understand till what time it needs to read the character. Write a string to a screen. But nowadays some compilers, when we use these functions, it will show the output clearly. So let us write a program in code block to understand this string related operation, because this is given. GetS and putS are used to performing input and output operation on string character. And let me show you how to write a program using code block. So let me share some other screen, the whole desktop. Initially, code block must be installed or must be standalone installed. So I had used the standalone copy of code block. So this is a standalone copy, no need to install. Now it is asking this question, and now code block is available. So this is our code block, okay, and this is our file. We need to write the program side by side mode, because to avoid any error, I'm using this file, go to file and then new. So it will ask for new file, just click on empty file, After this empty file, first you need to save this. Okay, so this is our program get and put demo. So I am writing get demo .c. So this is a meaningful name of this program, and thus writing starting from include everything is very simple. This is our preprocessor directory. Whenever we are writing program, it must begin with preprocessor directive, and this is our stdio dot h. After that, integer main. Okay, then curly braces are there, and after that this is written character, one string is defined str followed by 80 character long, and then get as what you need to get string. You are reading the string and put s. जो भी आपने दिया वो सारा की सारा आप डिस्प्ले करवा दोगे. It means you are just echoing the content read by this program. And last statement is return 0 because integer is there. Return 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 0. Okay, now build icon is there. Just click on build and then click on build and run or build if you want to compile or build. Okay, so here you can see that in this program folder I had created get demo. So if you see that no other file by name get demo is there. So let me compile this and see the effect here. Okay, in this screen. So I am going to compile build and build. So it will create one file get demo.o, that is your object or intermediate file. It is not executable, but it is used for linking and viewing the library. Okay, actually linking the library, not viewing. And then if we run this program using this button or either build and run, so it will ask, it is a blank screen. I am typing. Okay, now it is echoed. This output is echoed, but in original C compiler, original means a very old compiler, it will ask character and it will never terminate. So that's why we never used to use this get s and put s, but this is working fine here with code block, so no issue. Fine. And then
Sir,
huh,
what is the difference between run and build and run in code blocks?
okay, suppose only run I will show you. Fine, only run I will show you. I'm deleting these two files. So here build, run, build and run and compile current file. So let us see the same thing. If I am going to run, nothing will happen. It seems that file has not been built yet. Do you want to build? So build means it will linking the library. Okay, it will checking the object file as well as linking the library as well as linking the exe file also. So this will build the file. Let me compile also. Only compilation. So it will generate -o file. Okay. So but in this code block, you know, it always generate the exe file also. By using compile in traditional program or traditional code block, it only generates a get demo. Okay, and not this exe file. So this exe file is now available. So now you can run this program. And I am writing hello everyone. Okay, so this will display how are you, up to 80 character it will accept and display the same thing. Okay, so this is the beauty of not beauty, this is the use of getS and putS function. And after this, what is the meaning of this? Press any key to continue. press any key to continue is get ch or get che. Okay, so this is get che because it is giving me a prompt and I can press any key. Suppose I am using V key, automatically this program exits. When we are running the program in DOS mode, then what happen? It will immediately disappear. It will show the output and within fraction of microsecond, you can feel that this program is executed, but it will be vanished from the system. So now you have seen how to run program in code block. Okay.
So
Now come to formatted console input output function. Formatted. Okay. So whenever you are writing, let me write some other things like integer a and float b. Fine. So if you're writing printf, and suppose yes, printf, enter 2 number. There is no issue entering the number, scanf. Then I am writing purposely, it is not correct, %d, comma. What do you mean by %d, %d? So let me show you the use of %d and %d. Okay. Suppose you are using %d. This is not visible. Suppose you are using %d. Okay. In this %d, what is the problem? How do you use how many %d you want to use? Suppose you want to enter 2 numbers. Okay. So if you want to enter 2 numbers, so this is for one number A and this is for one number B, and both accepts a decimal number. This is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Now is it clear? And suppose you want to accept 2 numbers like %d and %f in our case. So suppose A is of decimal type and B is of floating point decimal number, then this will be accepted like this. So that's why how many numbers you are using, how many number you want to take as an input, this you need to show. And then after that you are writing what, comma followed by A. This is for corresponding A and this is for corresponding B. So likewise you can write. Fine. So now come to formatted input output. So %d is giving us format, and which kind of format is this? This is of decimal. Okay, %i is integer and %d is decimal. Okay, so let me enhance the screen size also so that you may be able to do. Now accept A and B. So again, because without ampersand, it is written that this must be used with ampersand. Okay, so this must be used with ampersand. So I am writing ampersand A and ampersand B. Now, what is the result? Let us see. Because अब आप देखिए कि प्रोग्राम हमारा पुराना है, the old program we are running, and whatever I am giving you, the output is coming same. So now you can easily understand that why build is required. Now I am building the program. Okay. Now I am building the program.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
सर स्कैन ऐप में सर आपने लास्ट में तो सेमीकोलन लगाया नहीं
नहीं लगाया.
सर दिख गया सर लगा आपने लगा
Enter 2 numbers. So 2 and 3. Okay. It will accept and the output is nothing because we have not shown any output. So this is the thing. Now this is taking input using scanner. Now let us see format modifier. Okay, format modifier, like let me write something equals to 6, 7, 8, 9 point. This is our number. Okay, and A equals to 500. This is our number. Now we need not scanf. You understand the scanf? Let us write printf, and just I am giving you, just tell me the observation. Okay, percent 5D comma A and full stop. What is the output? ओके, एंटर टू नंबर की जगह पे मुझे कुछ लिखना पड़ेगा. द वैल्यू ऑफ ए एंड बी, द वैल्यू ऑफ ए is %d comma a, and value of b is the value of b is %5f. ओके, और यहाँ मैंने दे दिया b. आप लोगों ने ये वैल्यू पहले से ही दी हुई है. अब इस प्रोग्राम का आंसर देखना है. %5d also written here. Okay, %5f also written here. So build on.
मतलब 5 तक
वही
सर
तो मैं
वैल्यू
आपको दिखा
दिखाएगा.
रहा हूँ, वही मैं दिखा रहा हूँ. एक सेकेंड. ओके, एक सेकेंड. जस्ट /n and let me write so many /n's over here so that the print line will not appear many times. This is just for my purpose, because immediately after output it will say press enter and it will display the speed, etc. So this is not of our use. Now just see this output and see what is happening here. Okay, I had put A as 500 and I had not given any space. Okay, not given any space. And similarly the value of B, the value of B is written as 4452 5434 etc. But only up to 445313 is coming. Okay, so this says something, and there is no output. Actually, without any gap, this output will be coming. Now let me write 5.2. Let me write 5.2 and just tell me the output. And I am writing 10% 10D here. Okay, %10D here. Just see the output. So now what you have observed, anything special?
यस सर, नीचे वाले में फ्लोट में 2 वैल्यूज दिखा रही है, क्योंकि 0.2 लगा दिया था आपने.
हाँ, 0.2 लगा दिया. ऊपर में क्या आ रहा है?
सर स्पेस बढ़ गई है उसमें.
स्पेस आ रहा है.
स्पेसेस बढ़ गई है, और ये स्पेस कितनी है? 7 है. 7 + 3 is 10. Okay, let me write this as 2. This is 2. Okay, now let us see what will happen. So because no spaces are there, automatically the whole number it needs to print. So this is without any space. If I am writing 3 also, and if I am writing 2 also, the same answer will be coming. If you want to justify this answer in right, okay, justify this answer in right, so just put minus and then see the answer. Okay, minus 2D is not coming. Let me write -12, and this is 5 + 2 7, 7 + 5 12. So this is also 12.5. So this is left justified answer actually. So what is here? It will justify the answer in left. Okay. And if we put plus, so it will justify the answer in right. Okay. Now right justification is there. So if you want to write the bill, like the value of this is that, this is that. So you need to use such kind of output, because I had used 12.5 is much better. So let me show you the output of this. Now this answer is working perfectly because 12 digits are there, and for this also 12. So from this place to this place, the whole from this place to this place is 12 spaces, including the number. Okay. If I am writing 15, so here also I need to write 15, then it will automatically justify. Agree or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why we are using
Yes,
this
sir.
format specifier? Because we want to put the answer in formatted manner. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now this is over. Formatting is over. These are format specifiers %c and c. One more, if there is, if it is possible, I will show you the answer. It is written as %f and %d. Let me write %o. What will be the answer? Okay. If I am writing 800 here, because it is 500, now a is 800. So let us see what is the output. So let me delete this also, and this will be written as %o, and this also written as %o. Okay, so this is %o. Let us run this program, whether this will work finally or not. So what is the answer? For 500 it is written 14, but for fractional output, this has not provided any output. Let me shorten the number. Because fractional part it will not take. Okay, so that's why octal is not able to calculate the number after fractional part, so that's why it is not coming. Now come to next. If you want to print hexadecimal number, then just write x and write x, so it will print equivalent hexadecimal number. Now the 500 becomes 320, and the 64, 67, let me write this whole number. Okay, so now it will give you answer, I think, correctly. Yes, no, because this is also integer. This must also be integer. If you want to see the same number in binary, so what you need to write? B. Okay, suppose B is the number, so let us see the answer of this. The value of B is B. Why this is %b? Format specifier. Where is format specifier for binary number? What is written? Display a pointer. %b is not given. %i, %c, %e, %f, %g, %o, %s, %u, %x. and okay. So person B is not given. So that's why you need to, how do you show the binary number? So left an exercise because it is not given here. So how do we show the binary number? Any guesses? No guess. Okay. So these are the format specifier. Now I think you are able to understand what is format specifier. This value is 43. Let me write some other value. 62 minus 1 is 61. So this 61 will help you. Why this will help you? Let us see. 61 is coming as 3D. Okay. And if you want to print the number in capital letter, so you need to put capital X. Okay. And if you want to see this number in octal format, so put O. And now this is the answer. So is it sufficient? Are you able to understand the answer? And suppose this is minus, this is written in minus, and you want to see the answer in positive number. So you just need to write %u, and then it will give you answer in positive number. Okay, minus 61 is written as this. How this is written, I will show you on number system, because this is correct answer, but how this answer is coming, I will show you there. Okay. You have written minus 61, but the answer is coming 429, 496, 7235. So this is very, strange kind of thing. Format specifier is completed. Escape sequences. Okay, let us write each and every escape sequences in this code. Whatever written here, I am writing here. So many, I am writing many statements. Or just go one by one. This is much better. Slash n is there. Now I am writing slash t. Slash n slash t. And what else is written here? Okay. Is this program visible to all of you? Yes or no? I am explaining escape sequence. Okay. Because before this I had explained this in theory. Now I am explaining you in practical. So just see it. What is the use of this? Slash n will give you output in next line. Okay, so this is next line, but next is slash t. So the slash t after 1440 it will be tabbed. Okay, so this character will be tabbed. So you can see whatever characters are there, and let me delete this line. So now you are able to see. So this is tabbed. Okay, if I am not writing tab character, then it will be concatenated. How? Let us see. Here you can see that 1440, no space. The value of B is this. Okay. So this is why, because I am not using any escape character here. And now I am using slash t, so it will tabbed. Third character is B. So let us write slash B. Okay, so many B's. I am using 2B. Fine. Let us see the output. And now instead of writing %o, I am writing %d, so that the correct output will be displayed. %d and %d. Fine. So what is the answer? Now 800 is written, but 8 is displayed. Why? Because slash B is backspace. Okay, so it will delete one character and two character, because I had written 2 times. That's why 2 backspaces are there. That's why 00 is deleted and only 8 is printed. Okay, and due to this /n, the 4 line spaces are coming. Next is, any doubt? /f. Let us see.
Yeah.
Yes. No doubt. So this is form feed character because we are not using any printer. So it is displaying one special character. Okay, this symbol is there. Are you able to see this symbol?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is form feed. Okay, now next character is /n is over. Now carry as return R. So the value of B, carry as return. What is the meaning of this? Carry as return will enter this whole line. Okay, and only it is displaying the current line. This is our current line and previous line is omitted. This line is omitted. So now you are able to understand what is the output of carry as return.
Yes, sir.
Clear? So this is carry as return. Now next is /t, already shown you. /" there is no meaning of showing this because it will print /code. Okay, let me write double quote also so you can see that how double quote will appear. So, and for single quote also the same thing may appear. Okay, carry as return is there now. I need to remove this. So here double quote is coming, only one double quote. Whenever you are writing, or if you are writing simple double quote, it will not appear, it will generate an error message. Okay, let me show you. It will generate an error message. Here this error is coming that something is wrong. This is expected. So that's why whenever you want to write code, you need /. Then single quote is the same thing, null. If you want to print null, okay, /0 will be there. /0 will be there. So I am writing /0 over here and /0 over here also. So let us see the output of this. What is the output? Null. Clear? /0 will print nothing. It will delete whole line. It will print null. Okay. If I am omitting /0 from here, then let us see. I think it will also not print anything, but let us see. Yes. First line is printed, but second line followed by whatever character is given, this is null. Okay. So this is the null character. And then next is /, it will print \, there is no problem. Let me write vertical tab. This is vertical tab. Okay. And this is a line. Vertical tab means one line space in between these two things. So whether I am saying correctly or not, let us see. So for vertical tab, it has created one character here. Okay, one character here. So it is not able, vertical tab is coming in print out. Okay, so there is no meaning of using vertical tab. So I can ask question, or even in, because this time objective type question may come, /a is alert. /a is alert. So let me create two alerts. And one more thing, because yes. Now see here the alert. Any some sound is there?
Yes, sir.
So this is due to alert. In Windows 98, this is beep sound, but nowadays this type of alert sound, soft alert sound is coming. So slash is over capital N, octal constant, capital N slash N, where N is an octal constant. So this is printing N. Okay, it is not printed here. It will print some octal constant. So this is like this, but I am not using this. It will be used. And similarly, xn is the hexadecimal constant, where n is the constant. We need to use this with O. So now escape sequence is over. Any doubt related with this?
सर ऑक्टल नंबर 3 प्लस मतलब ट्रिपल ओ से भी तो हम देख सकते हैं.
O से देख सकते हैं बिल्कुल. परसेंट O से आप ऑक्टल नंबर देख सकते हो. जैसे आपने कोई नंबर लिया 8 के इक्विवेलेंट ऑक्टल नंबर क्या आएगा आपको पता है?
सर उसका 8 में निकाल के देख लेंगे पावर में.
हाँ तो क्या आएगा? कोई गैस? See, it will show the hexadecimal number in capital and it will show the octal number. The answer is 10 and here the answer is 8. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So with this, we finish the first portion of this programming. And actually, this is today's section, arithmetic and C. But yesterday, Muskan told me that, sir, it is very, very fast. So that's why I had explained each and everything. And because code block is available, so I had shown you, I had displayed you everything by using a compiler. So now I think it is very clear to you. Clear? And just if you want to understand the C program, you need to run the program. Fine. So any doubt? So I'm concluding this session and we will meet tomorrow or maybe day after tomorrow whenever your class is there. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Have a nice time.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.